Hey everyone, so please excuse the somewhat horrible lighting. I'm working with natural light and overhead light, and that's pretty much all I've got at the moment. You will notice that I sort of have a actual background, which I'm kind of excited about, and I really wish that I would have found it earlier than I did, but yeah. Also, please excuse my hair. I washed it. Didn't blow dry it yet, but yeah. Anyway, so this is gonna be like a book update video slash haul sort of a thing. Yeah, so let's just start with the book that I read. Or should we do the haul first? Let's do the haul first, then we'll go into the other stuff. Okay, so I have a stack of books here that I'm pretty sure I've purchased since the last time that I made a book video. There may be more that I'm not aware of, but I'll try to sort that out later. So I've been buying books recently, excuse me, from Ollie's Bargain Outlet. I don't know if that's just like an East Coast kind of a store or what, but books usually catch my attention by covers, and then I read descriptions, and then based upon the price of the book, I buy. Which probably isn't a good thing, because I usually do that like every time I go. Yeah, so this book is called Guilt by Catherine Longshore. Looks like this. I know absolutely nothing about this book. All I can do is tell you that the back says, "Passion, lies, betrayal. In the court of King Henry VIII, nothing is free, and love comes at the highest price of all." Which sort of caught my attention. I don't know, sometimes I like history, sometimes I don't. It all depends. And this book was $2.99. It says that it was $24.99, and this sticker thing on the front says wherever they got that book from was $13.49. So yeah, this is Guilt. This is hardback, by the way. And if you're interested in the pages, there are apparently 56 chapters, and 404 pages of fairly sized font. The second book that I think I got in the same trip is called Immortal City by Scott Speer. It looks like this. This is also hardback. It says, when guardian angels protect for money, what happens when one saves for love? The back says, we pay them to protect us, and we're their biggest fans. They are our celebrities, and we worship them with paparazzi and endless gossip and speculation. To us, they are glamour. To them, we are an assignment. Their job is to guard us, that is, those of us who can afford them, because the only thing stronger than a guardian angel is the rule they must obey. So what happens when one of them falls in love with us? In the city of angels, the rules are about to be broken. And this book was also $2.99. And the front thing says that it was $15.29. This book has, let's see, 368 pages of about the same size font as the last book, which I would say is around 12-ish point. So those are those two that I'm pretty sure I got on the same trip. And these ones I know I got on the same trip because I just got them the other day. So this is the only hardback one from the rest of the haul stack. And this is 13 Reasons Why, a novel by J. Asher. I've heard a lot of things about this book. Well, not a lot, but I've seen like a lot of YouTube readers read this, and it looked interesting, and I kind of read the back, and it was relatively inexpensive, so it came home with me. The front just has like a review kind of a thing right here, so I'll read you the back. It says, "You can't stop the future. You can't rewind the past. The only way to learn the secret is to press play. Clay Jensen doesn't want anything to do with the tapes Hannah Baker made. Hannah is dead. Her secret should be buried with her. Then Hannah's voice tells Clay that his name is on her tapes and that he is, in some way, responsible for her death. Although the night, Clay keeps listening. All through the night, Clay keeps listening. Sorry, I cannot read today. He follows Hannah's recorded words throughout his small town, and then what he discovers changes his life forever." And there's some sort of bonus material added. Yeah, this book was also $2.99. Like I said, it's hardcover. Oh, it's very stiff. There are, I don't know what there are, 280 pages, and then there's bonus material in Word form. So, oh, did you hear that crack? This is the font. I'd say it's about the same, like 12-ish point. So that's that one. And the next three are paperback. And like I said, how I generally look at a book if I haven't heard anything about it is if the cover catches my attention, I generally pick it up. And the cover can be anything from like the picture to the font, just like anything. And then I look at the author and if I've heard of them or not, and then I read the back, and then I decide upon how much the book is and all that kind of thing. So this is The Betrayal of Natalie Hargrove. And this is by Lauren Kate. It says she's the New York Times best-selling author of Fallen, which I have not read. And this book, like the cardboardy paper part, is sort of rubbery, which is really interesting to me. Maybe it's just me. No, I think it's the book. So this one's paperback, like I said. There are, how many pages? So that's a waste of trees. There are 235 pages in this book. And at the end of this book, there's like 6 blank pages. That's a waste of trees, but anyway. Deception, shame, and scandal fuse with hints of Macbeth in the first novel from Lauren Kate, the international best-selling author of Fallen and Torment. Natalie Hargrove has been dreaming for years of being crowned senior class prom queen. She's got everything it takes: beauty, popularity, and ambition. When a boy from her past threatens to ruin her flawless plan, Natalie sets into motion a chain of events meant to regain control, but she's made one fatal mistake. Blackmail and buried desire, dark secrets, and even darker deeds cause Natalie to unravel. Because it turns out fate is one thing more twisted than Natalie Hargrove. I'm assuming maybe this is a series and Twisted is the second one. I really have not a clue. Sometimes that sucks when you don't know what's going on. Anyway, yeah, so here's the font. It's about the same, like 12-ish point size. And this book was $2.99. I don't think I told you that. So yeah, that's that. This next one is called Angel Eyes by Shannon Ditmore, I believe. Like I said, the cover caught my attention. So this is what it looks like. This is paperback. It was $1.99. There are, hold on, I will tell you. Oh, this must be some sort of a acknowledgements. Reading group guide. There's a reading group guide. There are 311 pages. And the font is about the same again. About a 12-ish point, I would say. Guessing completely. This one's not rubbery, which is slightly disappointing. The back says, once you've seen, you can't unsee. And I'm not 100% sure how you say her name. It's B-R-I-E-L-L-E. So like Brielle went to school to chase her dreams and found tragedy instead. She's come home to shabby little Stardust, Oregon to live with her grief and her guilt. And an incredible numbering cold she can't seem to shake. Jake's the new guy at school, the boy next door with burning hands and an unbelievable gift that targets him for corruption. Something more than fate has brought them together. An evil bigger than both of them lurks in the shadows nearby, hiding in plain sight. Two angels stand guard, unsure what's going to happen. And a beauty brighter than even Brielle or Jake has ever seen is calling them to join the battle in a realm where all human choices begin. A realm that only angels and demons and Brielle can perceive. Yeah, like I said, this says it includes a reading group guide. So I'm not quite sure what that is all about. But yeah, this is Angel Eyes. Ooh, okay, and the last book that I actually bought, I do have 3 more books that I'm borrowing. Actually, well, I sort of bought them on my Kindle, but we'll get into that in a second. This is Chime by Franny Billingsley. Looks like this. This is a National Book Award finalist. Not entirely certain what that means, but yeah. This was $1.99. And I hate when they put stickers over words. But the top little, like, summary thing says, proper stories begin when the handsome stranger arrives and everything goes wrong. But this isn't a proper story, and I'm telling you that I ought to be hanged. My name is Briony Larkin. I am a witch. Yeah, and the witch part just, I'm gonna do supernatural stuff, so. This book has, let us see. Oh, it also has discussion questions. Oh, and I almost thought that it didn't have page numbers. But that's some kind of bonus material. 361 pages, and the font is about the same, like 12-ish point, I would assume. So yeah, that's Chime, no D. Okay, so the next 3 books are a trilogy that I'm borrowing. Well, these physical books I'm borrowing from my aunt. But I did buy them on my Kindle, and I haven't decided if I'm going to return them on my Kindle or not. Because I can't decide if I want the physical books or the Kindle version. I did purchase the Kindle, like the bundle of all 3 in the trilogy. And I'm really disappointed that all 3 books are in the same file. And I cannot lend them to anyone else I know to read, which sucks because I was going to lend them to a friend who has a Kindle, and it's not an option. So I haven't quite decided on that, but I do have physical books in my possession at this moment in time that I am borrowing. And I know as soon as I say this title, everybody's going to go crazy, but it is the 50 Shades of Grey trilogy. Which is 50 Shades of Grey, 50 Shades Freed, no, 50 Shades Darker, and then 50 Shades Freed, sorry. I've got them all backwards here. I have finished this one. This is the book that I finished, and it is 514 pages, and this is the font size. I'd say it's around 11-ish, 12-ish. I read this book in like 4-ish days. Not like continuously read it all the time, but yeah, with some breaks. It didn't really take me that long. and partly because it was so good that I didn't want to put it down. So yeah, that's the book that I finished reading. And then I'm currently reading the second one, 50 Shades Darker, which has 532 pages. It's about the same size font, obviously. I'll just, yeah. And I'm on page 120, chapter 6. So yeah, I just started this one 2 days ago. And I read most of this last night. But anyway. And then 50 Shades Freed is the third one. Ooh. And it has 579 pages. And I feel like I shouldn't have just looked in this book because now I'm really tempted to read it and know what happens in the end. But here's the font. It's about the same size. So yeah, those are books that I'm borrowing. Excuse me, my foot's falling asleep and I dropped my remote from my camera. Awesomeness. Okay, terribly sorry about that. Then I have a stack of books that I have bookmarks in, which is not a really good thing for me. But, yeah, so let's go through them. This is Catching Fire by, crap, I forgot her first name. I don't know, it just says Collins. It probably says in the book if I open it top. Isn't it like Suzanne Collins. This is hardback. Obviously, the dust cover's on the shelf. This is the second book to the Hunger Games trilogy, which I am on page, let me see, page 4, or I mean, page 44, 45, chapter 4. Wow. I apparently have a really cool bookmark that I didn't know I had. So yeah, that's that one. Then the next book, is Blue Bloods by Melissa de la Cruz. This one's paperback. I don't know where I bought it or how much it was. The font is a little bit large, I believe, and rather spaced out. I am on page 30 or 31. Not 100% sure. The font looks like this. And I have a middle bookmark in this book that's Hallmark. And it says, "Miracles begin within." I don't know if my camera will focus on that, but sometimes I forget that I have bookmarks because, like I said, I start so many books and then don't. This is Night World #1. It's a bind-up of the first 3 books. Secret Vampire, Daughters of Darkness, and Spellbinder. And I read the first book and then started the second one and didn't really like it because I didn't really think that they were connected. Like, I thought the same people were in the same books. But yeah, I'm on 243. Well, if that's how they, I don't know how they count that. Anyway, I'm on the second book. And the font looks like this. It's rather spaced out. And in this entire thing, there are a lot of pages. And I know that there's 3 of these. There's 729 pages. And there are 2 more bind-ups of 3 books each. So there's 9 books in this series. The next book that I didn't even know I had started reading is called Secret Society by Tom Dolby. And I believe my friend gave me this to read. It apparently came from Borders, possibly when they were closing. Not 100% sure. The physical stores, by the way. I'm on chapter 5, page 32. This is what the font looks like. And there are, let me see. No, there's more than 15 pages. Okay, what's all this extra stuff? There's extra stuff in this book. Extra stuff confuses me. There's 52 chapters, 341 pages. So that's that. And then this book is Tempest Rising by someone. I feel like Tracy. Yeah, Tracy Deebs. This book's about mermaids. I do know that. And I got it at Borders when Borders was closing, I believe. This one's hardback. There are 341 pages. The font looks like this. I'm on page 36 or 37. And I have Edward in this book. Oh, I didn't tell you what bookmark I had in the last two books. I'll hold that thought for a minute. In Secret Society, I just have a piece of white paper. Actually, it's a toe tag, but anyway, it's just a piece of cardstock. And in Night World, I have a Harry Potter holographic bookmark. This is the last book that I'm currently reading. It's Crank by Ellen Hopkins. And I'm on page 210, 211 out of, let me see, 537? Yeah, 537. And this book it's like completely different than any other book. It's like a bunch of like shorter weird poem type things. Like, do you see how this is all spaced out? And there's like several different ways to read the same page, which is strange, but yeah, it's interesting. One of my best friends really likes Ellen Hopkins and she recommended I read this, so I bought it somewhere, possibly at Walmart. I'm not really 100% sure, but yeah, so this is Crank. And that is all of the books. No, it's not. I did buy a book on my Kindle, which is over there, and I'm not gonna go get it. But it's Heaven is Real, I believe. I'm not 100% sure who it's by, but it was like $5 and my mom read it. And that's like the only book my mom has read like my entire lifetime, I believe. Other than in school when she had to read a book, because she's not a reader. So yeah, if my mom sits down and reads a book, it has to be really good. And she told me that I should read it, so I bought it on my Kindle, and yeah, I failed to bring it over. But let me know if there's anything that you would like to know, and I'll talk to you on my next video. Bye guys.